zSpace Studio is a rich model exploration and presentation tool that enables users to compare, dissect, measure, annotate, and explore hundreds of 3D models from the zSpace model gallery, or even 3D models that they've created. From historical monuments and landmarks, to the animal kingdom, to molecules, to planets in the solar system, the sky is not even the limit for the amount of model exploration that can occur. With tools like Tour Builder and the cutting plane, and a ruler that intuits the real-world size of each model and adjusts its measuring unit accordingly, the ability to turn labels on and off, and even create your own annotations, users will find Studio a natural fit for creating complex scenes and/or presentations. Open up one of the standard-aligned activities created by the zSpace teaching team, or explore and create independently in the sandbox mode. zSpace Studio is your oyster.
Okay, I'm Mr. Viola. In our elective, Amusement Parks and Bridges, we utilize the zSpace to explore some of Newton's laws. And you can see in this tutorial, there's many ways students could apply physics and Newton's laws to kind of create a scene of their own. There's many options using blocks, balls, ramps, targets, accelerators, and students have this playground where they can put some of their equipment to kind of test out some of their theories. They could play around with different states of gravity. In other words, they could apply like the gravity of Jupiter, they could apply the gravity of the moon, or just Earth itself. And they can change the size, the steepness of their ramps, and keeping in mind that all of this is in 3D, so they do get a much more interactive experience than using a regular tablet or computer. On the right, you can see these different selectors where you could pick changing the amount of force applied, you could adjust the force levels, and you could incorporate different types of balls like soccer balls, bowling balls, or you can use what they call a Z-ball. Now the Z-ball is unique because you can actually adjust the mass of the Z-ball, then apply it to the scene that you're trying to create. So you can create chain reactions, you can create hills and drops, and just kind of getting a feel for the technology. This is an excellent way of doing it in this, what we call a sandbox. There's also preset activities which we ask the students to do. They can play like skee ball, or they could test out different accelerators or launchers to try to hit a certain target. And you can see like in this scenery right now we have set up with different materials like putting cups. You could change the friction or the amount of friction being added to this ramp. So there's many variables, and that's really the purpose of the Newton's Park, is to be changing variables, switching on and off different things, tweaking things. A lot of trial and error, and I think the students have a lot of fun with it. And it definitely has reinforced some of the concepts that we were teaching in the elective.
Hi, my name is Nicole Zayats. I teach 8th grade math and architecture at Union Middle School. I'm here to talk to you today about my students' use in the zSpace lab. My Algebra 1 students were so excited to explore slope using 3D modeling. Students previously worked in a 2D setting to explore this mathematical concept. Now with zSpace, they were able to build ramps in 3D and calculate the slope. It was a great, meaningful, real-life activity for the students to explore. In my architecture class, students were eager to explore the concepts of ancient Greek and Roman architecture. They felt like they were really there and were able to study the architecture up close. It was a great learning experience for all involved.
Hi, I'm Mrs. Callahan. I've used zSpace in my elective classes and my 7th grade life science classes. zSpace can be an excellent resource, especially for science teachers. Students use zSpace for interacting with 3D cell models, observing cell division, and modeling how natural selection occurs in peppered moths. In all of these lessons, students were able to manipulate objects in 3 dimensions to view them from all angles. Students were also able to dissect components of science models and enlarge them to see the parts in more detail. Another helpful feature of zSpace lessons is that you can edit the lessons to customize the activity to fit the needs of your students.